Hello, I'm Mark. I'm going to be persuading you to work on your own car. The issue with working on your own car is doing it right. That's like the primary issues. I don't know what to do. You can watch the video, and then that's what I've done. And then I start thinking, well, what's he mean by snug? What's he mean by 48 foot-pounds? What's that? How do you get these figures? Well, getting the figures, you just keep looking. You can even call your local dealership, and they'll probably tell you, because there's jobs they don't like, and they're just going to tell you. But this is a torque wrench. When they say foot-pounds, pound-inch, whatever the heck, this is what they mean. Torque it to this spec. This is one torque wrench. There are many like it, many different, but this is how you tighten something. Right here, there's numbers, and your unit right here. Make sure the unit's right. You don't want to over tighten something thinking it's 80 foot-pounds when it's actually 80 pound-inches. And now you just stripped your bolt, and that's not good. So make sure you read it twice. But it tells you, gives you layout, a range beforehand, and make sure you get the right size too, because you don't want something too big, it doesn't fit. Otherwise you need an adapter, and you get an adapter and it's just be a little longer and a little more clunky, which you don't want, because it's very tight in these new cars. Engine space, having a big hand is great for power, but it's not great for fitment. Yeah, that's a torque wrench, and that's what you'll need to get majority of your jobs done the right way, the professional way, to feel confident in what you've done. Some jobs you will be facing are maintenance versus repairs. Maintenance, oil change, spark plugs. Repairs like swapping your transmission, rebuilding your transmission, building engine, maybe your alternator, maybe your starter, maybe your swapping those out. Yeah, your battery, whatever. I mean, it's not really repairs, it's like kind of maintenance. I don't know, but like, I mean, I do know, but like, that's a tricky one. It's just when you swap out the battery. And the difference it really becomes more, the return on investment really increases with repairs, because those are usually more catastrophic and more expensive in parts and labor. And labor is what gets you. That's where you save most of the money. You probably still have to pay retail for price, and if they know, the dealership or any other place knows you'll be working on your vehicle yourself, they'll probably try to just, get you to buy from them versus other people, because you can buy parts from anyone. And if they know that you know what you're talking about, and you can get prices where you want, get parts with prices that you want, it puts the ball in your court with power, I guess. You just gotta be confident in what you talk about. And chances are, even if you don't know what you're talking about, even if it's over your head, if you know some lingo, and you go to the mechanic shop and say, hey, this is over my head, don't just say that. I mean, you can if you want, if you trust them, but you could begin to understand what they're saying, and like, hey, that doesn't make sense, and begin to audit them in a way, so you can help your friends, and maybe make a review saying these guys are sketchy, or they said this when actually that was not true, and look out for other people, and that'll make mechanics all around make them behave better as people and mechanics, because they won't be trying to scam more people, because the knowledge is out there. People know what to do now, people know what to look out for, and you really can't scam someone if they know what's up. And you learning how to work on your car, even just in theory, will help you, even if you don't do it for practice, because you can start to my spark plug job for this car that you hear in the background probably was gonna be $400 to $500. I'm like, damn, really? And it took me 2 hours, and they quoted me an hour or something of labor, or 2 hours of labor as well. That's $200 an hour. That's expensive. That's really expensive, and it doesn't really reflect on the technician either. The technician's not being snobby, it's the whole dealership. The dealership is paying everyone, versus you're just paying tool, so it's gonna be cheaper in the long run for you to do, especially if you already have the tool. You can use multiple tools for multiple jobs, and it becomes cheaper per job. And yeah, there's a shop in my town that lets me work on a vehicle on a lift. I'm sure you can do that as well if you want a more controlled environment. They recycle the oil, nothing but oil disposing. They have their own tools you can borrow. Obviously, they charge you for renting it and whatnot, but you can't take it home, but you do it while you're there in the bay. And yeah, that's a good way to work on it if you don't have any tools. But you should really get your own, because vehicles become very niche, and you will learn a lot about your vehicle more than most people. Because if you're a technician, you work on Chevys, there's a lot of Chevy models. It's very similar architecture, but it could be varying, you know, between the trims and between the makes. Like that automatically opens a lot. Yeah, and just the years of the same make and model, different, completely different. But you become a subject matter expert on your own vehicle, looking out for yourself. Yeah, preventing issues or repairs as well. Yeah, or even fixing issues currently. But you're gonna save a lot of money, because that oil change is $80 versus buying all these tools. You can find cheap oil changes too, but mine was $80 for this at the dealership. All those tools, big. Doesn't make sense, but as soon as I mentioned the spark plugs, it's so much more cheaper to do myself. So I did. And same thing with my clutch. They make specialty tools for the job you need, so just be on the lookout for those, and you'll be good. Hopefully I inspired you to do it so far, because now you know what a torque wrench is, and you know how to tighten it properly. Don't over tighten it, not too loose, not too tight, just like Goldilocks porridge, just right. Yep, that's all.